at your guys' paper. What number do you see on that paper? 4. How many squares do you see at the top of the paper? 2. How many more shapes do you need to make the number 4 if you already have 2? 2 more, right? So I need you guys to draw 2 more shapes. Either 2 squares, 2 triangles, 1 triangle, 1 square. I don't care how you do it, just use squares and triangles to make the number 4. You already have 2 things drawn? Alright, count your items. How many squares do you have? So put the number 4 by that square.
It might be a little hard.
No, up here, Madeline. How many triangles do you have? How many triangles do you have, Jet? No? How many triangles do you have? So put the number 0.
This is not what
Callie should have it like Jet. Your picture should be drawn up here.
That's Jacksonville, not Jackson.
Do you want to draw 2 triangles?
I'm giving it to Jackson.
Draw 2 triangles up here. Are you done, Riley?
Yes.
You have the number 4 shown? Awesome. How many squares do you have? 4. So put the number 4. Good job, Kinley. Perfect. You have 3 squares and 1 triangle. Kinley or Kennedy, how many do you have? How many squares do you have?
3 and 1.
So put the number 3 by the square. How many triangles do you have?
0.
So put the number 0. How many triangles do you have? You have 1 triangle? Where? Well, you're only supposed to show 4. Do you want a triangle or do you want a square? A square? So erase that triangle for me and make that into a 0. How many squares do you have, Eva? No. Number 4. How many triangles do you have? No, how many triangles do you have up here? 0. So put the number 0. How many triangles do you have? Perfect. All right. If your pictures are drawn and your numbers are drawn, hey, Cal. How many squares do you have? How many squares do you have up here? No. That's a square. So how many squares? 1. So put the number 3. How many squares do you have? Put the number 3. How many triangles do you have? Put the number 1. How many triangles do you have? So put the number 1. And then flip your papers over.
Stop that, Kinley. He keeps scooting over to me.
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I'm going to give you guys some more shapes. On the back of your paper, how many triangles do you have? So put the number 0, please. On the back of your paper, you get to use any of the shapes you want, but for each of the boxes, I only want 2 different shapes. Okay?
Mrs. Wilkins, can you please come to my office? Mrs. Wilkins, please come to my office.
2 different shapes for each box.
I have 1 and 1 because I have 1 square.
Okay, so put the numbers, count all of your squares though. No, put the back over, Madeline. How many squares do you have on your picture? Awesome. Put the number 3.
I'm waiting.
All the kids and all the shoes.
And how many triangles do you have?
1.
So put the, oh, you already got it. Awesome. Flip your paper over.
No, let's keep so we get the rectangle. What do I do with this? It's like the diamond.
You're going to wait. Just draw your pictures now. Make sure you're using 2 different shapes for each of your pictures.
No, I want like a rectangle. This one does not have pieces. I don't need 2 glues.
Okay.
It's not perfect.
Hold on. Did you draw all your pictures? I want. How many shapes do you have here?
No, there's
What is the shape?
I made a picture.
That looks like a square. Oh, that looks like a square, and a hexagon. Now draw another picture here. Use your triangle.
Yes,
Does everybody have a yellow, a red, a blue, an orange, and a green? Yes, you do.
I don't have
You need to show. Look at Mila's paper. See how every box has 2 different shapes? She has more than 2 items per page, per box. But they're just 2 different shapes. What shapes do you want here? The square or which ones do you want? You need 2.
I'm not picking.
So you want to put your squares over here? And then you have 2 here. So I would put that blue right here.
Me too.
Put that blue right here. Perfect. Now, I want you to trace your shapes. Trace your shapes and draw that drawing. Trace your shapes and draw that drawing. I'm going to add a few more because I want you to have this, okay?
So we need to
Trace
draw.
your shapes.
We need to draw the.
Yep, I want you to trace your shapes to show what you have.
How am I supposed to make this?
What is that?
red. Ooh, is your horse a pony or a
Ooh, okay. So you have that. Can you draw me another triangle up here?
What shape even is this?
That's called a trapezoid.
A trapezoid.
Yep, that's a trapezoid. Awesome. Let's see, what shape is this? The red one, and then another diamond down here. Okay, you want your hexagon and your triangle. Go ahead and draw me 2 more triangles.
over here? No, wait so long. In between.
Draw me something over here. Trace this one
Does your dog have a horse?
and
What's his horse's
I
name?
did that.
these.
Is his
Perfect.
Is he
How many shapes do you have all together? 3. So put the number 3 right there. How many of those shapes are triangles? Put the number 2. And how many shapes are rhombuses or diamonds? How many shapes do you have here? How many are rhombuses?
It's recording us. It's recording us. Miss Giver, why is it recording us?
Because I have to have it for school. So you guys should be doing your work. Get this paper done, please.
I'm
Awesome.
already
Put it right
done.
there. How many shapes do you have over here? Awesome. Put the number 4 up there. How many triangles do you have? Put the number 3. How many hexagons do you have? Perfect.
It's okay. Now do it.
You get a new paper. Yes. Well, you just need your squares and your triangles.
So it might not be yours.
All right, Riley.
Look at
You have all
that.
together. Now, put the number 1.
I'm trying to do my work house.
How many of these shapes are squares?
Really?
So put the number 3. And how many are trapezoids?
I need one.
So put the number 1. Awesome. How many shapes are over here? You can after you finish your paper, okay? Let's see. Can you draw me some squares over here? Awesome. Put the number 3. Look, do you see how many colors you have here? See that number? How many is that? How many squares do you need to draw? How many are squares? Tracy, you can just draw it. I need to know your shapes. How many triangles do you have? Candy, are you done? How many shapes are here? Number 2.
Every class
Awesome.
will be
How
going
many
to
shapes do
high
you have
school.
over here?
Oh.
Yeah.
How many
Tomorrow
do you have?
when we get a new kid one.
So put the number 1.
Tomorrow when we get a new kid.
Awesome.
No,
Perfect.
no, we're not singing the high school. Hey, am I done?
Not yet.
I have a new kid.
Not yet. Look. Okay, how many shapes do you have over here? Number 3 up there.
You like this blue?
How many of these shapes over here are you saying? Huh? Well,
Why do you
let's
say
say this
this
is a
is
square and that's a square, okay? How many squares do you have?
I'm done.
shapes do you have? Number one.
I knew it.
Perfect. How many hexagons do you have? One. How many square or triangles do you have? How many squares do you have? How many rectangles do you have? Is that the number two? Draw me a number two.
What do we do at the
How many triangles does this show? Three. Trace that three. How many squares? Now look at this side. How many does it need? Two.
Look, I made a. I didn't say.
So draw two squares.
I made a.
How many shapes do you have right here? So I number two.
And then I decided I really wanted to
There you go, Jackson.
butterfly.
See how it has three triangles and one square?
No, actually,
Okay, how many trapezoids do you have?
not
Number one. How many diamonds do you have? Awesome. How many shapes do you have over here? Up here. How many shapes? There you go. How many diamonds do you have? One. And how many squares? How many squares? What number is that? Two. Good job. How many shapes do you have over here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So put the 5 up here. Madeline, I need one more shape over here. How many hexagons do you have? 1. How many squares do you have? 1. No, count. 1, 2, 3, 4. The number 4.
Nope.
All right. Go ahead and drop another triangle. How many shapes do you have right here? Put the number 2 up there.
Oh my
I don't see
gosh.
any drawings.
Hit by a snake.
They're not supposed to go there. They're supposed to go right here.
Jackson, I'm making a toe man.
We need to have more drawings over here. More shapes. Trace that. How many trapezoids do you have?
I don't know what shape.
That's okay. You can do it again. You can just do a square. Squares are easy. How many diamonds do you have?
I'm just joking.
Oh wow.
How many shapes are over here?
After we made it, we have
Hey, Jackson. And Riley. How many is that? 2 what? So how many square shapes do you have? There you go. How many rectangles do you need? So draw me 3 rectangles. And I need one more rectangle up here. Because you need 3 rectangles, right?
What the sweet?
I see 1, 2. And now draw me another square. Perfect. Now how many rectangles do you need over here? So draw 4 rectangles up here. Awesome. How many do you need over here? 4. You all done? Front and back? Good job. So wash your hands and get ready for lunch.
Oh, dang it.
And then count your triangles. See how many triangles you need.
That's hard.
Good job. How many squares do you have?
Oh really?
That was easy.
Perfect. Put 3 right there. How many, tomorrow, how many shapes do you have right here? How many squares do you have? Or I'm sorry, how many rhombuses do you have?
Why?
1. So put them on.
So the bank, so we can watch the bank plus
How many triangles do you have? Put the number.
all the classes.
Hey Jet, draw me a triangle right here. Draw me a triangle right here. Right now.
Tomorrow?
Awesome.
I
How many
see
shapes do you have? How many squares? Yes, you got it, girl. How many shapes?
Oh really?
Oh, probably not.
So the band.
So you want to do 1 and 3? Perfect. So draw me 1 triangle. You sure can. You get to make your own numbers. So however many you draw, whatever number you draw right here, I want to see that many of that.